Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Dogfish Head Craft Beer Brewery. They're up in Milton, Delaware. I have been to the brewery. They just expanded their brewing process and they're able to do more beers. They send their beers all over the country, guys. I'd be surprised if you couldn't get their beers in your state. Unless your state doesn't allow these bigger beers. This is the Oak Age Vanilla Worldwide Stout. I've had the Worldwide Stout. It is absolutely killer. It is a great beer to get. It is a great beer to cellar. Awesome beer, guys. I have not had the Oak Age Vanilla version of it. Rico, my brother, sent me this. Have not seen it here. I think it's a brand new addition that they've tried. It's got the big nuclear cap, which usually means it's a high dollar beer, and this one is no exception. It's got a $10 price tag on it. That's about what it goes for around here if it's available, just like their Dogfish 120, some of the other ones they do with this nuclear colored cap on them. And he's got a little sticker on there saying the date underneath of it here. It says 7/6/17. Today is 9/4, so this is right at 2 months old. This is a great big beer, and it says age as well right here on the bottom of it. This is, ooh, I didn't realize it was that big. Untapped has it at 16%. I'm looking for it on the label here, and I do not see it. I'd be damn surprised if it doesn't have it on there, but I don't see it. No, they need to have that on there, guys. You need to know that you're buying a 16%. I don't know why they don't have it on the label. They need to. That needs to be part of what's on the label. Unless they plan on doing this year after year and using the same label, that would be the only reason I could think why they wouldn't put that on there. But even then, different batches have different ABVs and different IBUs and all that stuff. So, I would, you know, if they don't want to put it down here on this label, they want to use it over and over, put another small label up here, 2017, 2016 version, so you'll know when you look it up. It's just me though, guys. It's just my opinion. Untapped has it at 16 ABV and 70 IBUs. Beer Advocate has it at 17.5%. So I'm not exactly sure. Another reason why we need that information on the label. Am I drinking a 16%? Am I drinking a 17.5%? They need to put it on there. And as much as I hate to tell you this, guys, that may cost them a great point because they don't put that on there. And they need to. They need to. They need to tell you what beer you're buying and what the ABV is on it. When it gets to this magnitude, you need. I want to know. Some of the other people might not give a rat's ass. I do give a rat's ass. I want to see that on the label or on somewhere on the bottle what I am buying and what I am drinking. So, as much as I hate to say it, it may cost them a great point because they refuse to do that. And Sam does some really good beers up there at Dogfish Head. They have the capability of putting that information on and they choose not to. So, I may choose not to give them a better grade point. It's my prerogative. It's his prerogative not to. It's my prerogative not to also. So fair is fair and love and war. All right. It's got a great big long commercial description on Beer Advocate. I'm not going to read that. This was sent to me by Rico, my brother, in craft beer. And I'm going to pull up his notes here. Dogfish Head, Oak Aged Vanilla Worldwide Stout. The ABV is not on the bottle, but according to their official site, it is between 16 and 17.5. Well, no shit, Sherlock. We've got two different discrepancies. Untapped has it at 16, and Beer Advocate has it at 17.5. So nobody knows because they refuse to do that, guys. 70 IBUs, that's what Untapped has it at. And like I told you, it's bottled on 7/6/17, and he bought it last week and it was $10 bucks. And he said it's sold in 4-packs. Imagine that. Yeah, I imagine 16 to 17.5%. It will be a 4-pack. At 10%, you're probably not going to. I mean, at $10 a bottle, you're probably not going to get a discount whether you buy one or whether you buy 4. So this is a monster beer, guys. Final beer of the evening for me. And if you're drinking this out in a brew pub, you want to know, is it a 6? Well, I don't know. Is it 16? Is it going to make a difference whether it's 16 or 17.5? It's still going to kick your freaking ass. It's still going to put your face down in the dirt. Whether you've had one or whether you've had 2 or you've had a couple before this, hopefully you've got a designated driver and you're not driving home after you've drank one of these or anything else beside this. Because that would be a bad thing, guys. Drink responsibly. That's why I do mine right here. Yes. I'm right here. I got to do stagger back to the bedroom and fall down. I'm not driving. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not getting a DUI. Y'all know how I feel about that. Don't drink this beer if you're driving. And it's bottom line. Don't drink it if you're driving. All right. Let's run over to Beer Advocate let's run over to Untapped. And they say, brewed with ridiculous amounts of barley, we've now taken this Dogfish Head Classic and aged it on oak with real vanilla beans. With a little tender love and care, we foster this beer from smooth, sweet wort into the big, bad, blackened stout it always longed to be. Its bold, port-like complexity goes great with or as dessert. Monster beer, guys. This is a big boy's beer. Definitely wouldn't be the first stout I would ever try. This will kick your ass, no doubt. It'll kick your ass. It's probably going to kick my ass. And I've been drinking these big beers for a long time. So if I come back and I'm going on the shit-face side, you understand why. Big beer, monster beer. So that's all we need to talk about. I'm not sure whether it's 16% or it's 17.5. Somewhere in that range, guys. So as far as food pairings and stuff, this thing is already kicked out. Let me get the cap off this nuclear bottle. $10 for this. And some places maybe even more. A little bit of hiss, a little bit of smoke. Into the glass we go. And I'm going to pour this right down the center. And I will tell you, well, this thing has gone crazy here. Cheese of butter, brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss, goes well through chocolate dishes. Digestive meat is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glass for the pint, Becker, non-tumbler mug, snifter, oversized wine glass, and can be sold for a long period of time. I would think so, between 16 and 17.5%. I wish they would put that on there. Am I drinking a 16? Am I drinking a 17.5? What am I drinking here, guys? Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. You can do it. Do it. Step up to the plate. Put it on there. Don't be scared. We won't think any less of you if you put that on there. But we will think less of you if you don't. I do. Alright, about a quarter finger of head on that pour. Over to the light. It is pitch black, guys. I'm not getting any at all. To the nose we go. Whoo! Big time alcohol, man. It's like rubbing alcohol on the nose right now. The alcohol is not hidden at all. And the alcohol is overpowering everything else. I'm not getting a whole lot. Rich roasted malt and alcohol. Maybe some toffee and some alcohol. Maybe some dark fruit and some alcohol. It is a monster beer, guys. It is huge. This will be a great one to put in the cellar for a while. Maybe the alcohol will subside a little bit. Right now, it is super boozy on the nose. I swear, it smells like I'm smelling roasted malt and alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Nuclear, that's why they put that cap on. That's why they put this bright nuclear colored cap on their beers that are huge like this one is. Well, let's dive in, see what we got. Y'all bear with me, come back and I'm shit-faced. This is why. Cheers. Cheers, Rico. The alcohol is in the taste, but it's got a very nice chocolate taste. To me, right off the initial sip, it's more of a baker's chocolate, more of a sweet chocolate than it is a bittersweet chocolate. Roasted malt, and some black molasses and some dark fruit, but the chocolate is really standing out. I wouldn't hesitate to say they've used some chocolate malt in this beer, and I wouldn't be afraid to say that they've used some lactose in this beer to have that much sweetness to it instead of being super dry. Very nice chocolatey notes, I will say that. Very impressive chocolate, and a nice sweet, like a milk chocolate or a sweet chocolate taste instead of a bittersweet chocolate. And the alcohol may subside. Maybe this is one of those you need to pour it in a glass and set it down on the counter and let it warm up for 10 or 15 minutes before you start drinking it. Let it air out. Let the alcohol escape a little bit, if you will, before you start sipping on it. Tastes pretty good. I will tell you that, guys. It does taste pretty damn tasty for the final beer of the evening. I definitely wouldn't want to have this for the first beer of the evening, especially if you plan on drinking anything else after that. This would overpower everything else. You wouldn't be able to taste it. But right now, it's pretty impressive, but super fresh and super hot and super boozy. So let me sip on it. Let it come up to room temperature. Let her taste it. May even fire up a Maduro wrap cigar to go with this while I'm sipping on it, and see where it ends up. See if I'm a little more impressed at the end of the beer. Alright guys, I'm back. I just a little left here. Very tasty beer. This is an awesome beer, guys. A great beer to cellar for a little bit. Was a little bit on the boozy side, fresh. Now that I've been sipping on it, whether I've been sipping on it and it's got my palate accustomed to it, the alcohol seems to have subsided a little bit. It's opened up and very pleasant. The biggest thing I can say about this beer, it's more of a milk chocolate, sweet chocolate instead of the bittersweet chocolate a lot of these beers have. Dark fruits, molasses, rich roasted, almost to the burnt characteristics of the malt. Hints of vanilla, a little bit of the oak woodiness in it. The only way this could be better is put it in a bourbon barrel, and they do. A very nice example of a beer. I just wish they would put the ABV on the label. Tell us whether it's a 16 or 17 and a half, but tell us that. So, a great final beer of the evening for me. This wraps it up for me. Gonna go have some dinner. Very pleasant beer. It's definitely a big boy's beer, though. Big time big boy's beer. You gotta put your big boy britches on for this one. Final joke. well done though. It is well done. Just a little hot right now, fresh. A great one, like I said, just sour for a little bit. Keep this for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, maybe even 2 years, maybe even longer. Maybe the alcohol will subside a little bit. It didn't seem to be that boozy now that I finished it off, but it was fairly boozy fresh when I first poured it in out of the bottle into the glass, guys. But you know, if it's 17.5%, you got to expect that. I'm not sure whether this is a 16 or 17.5%, somewhere in that range, guys. If you've had this one from them, let me know what you think. I think it's a very, very tasty beer, but if you drink this somewhere other than in your home, like I am now, make sure you have a designated driver. One of these is enough to get you a DUI. One. Just one. And if you had something else beside that before you had this, you're in serious trouble if you go through a road check. You are in this state. So just drink responsibly. I don't want to see you get hurt. I don't want to see anybody else get hurt. So drink responsibly. This is an awesome beer, guys. To me, it's a 9 out of 10. That's where I'm going to put it. 95, right down the middle. If you say, oh my God, that's a 10 beer, you're crazy. I would not argue with that. I would not argue with that whatsoever. I just want to see them put that on the label. What alcohol am I drinking? So, over to Beer Advocate. They say 93. I'm giving them 95. Pretty close there. It's an outstanding beer, guys, no doubt. And final check-in, we're run over to Untapped, and they have it at 4.35. That's their A numbers too. We just did one yesterday that was 4.65. That's the biggest numbers I've seen from those guys. They're giving us 4.35. That's their A category, and I agree. That's where I'm putting it to 95, and we're in agreement with Untapped. It is an A beer. It's a pricey beer. Not too, when I say pricey, $10, and that's between 16 and 17.5. I mean, that's 3 to 4 beers if you're drinking macro lagers. So, you drink 2 of these, you've drunk a 6-pack. You've drank a 6-pack of beers in those scales. So, but I enjoyed it. It was very nice. Final beer of the evening. I'm going to have some dinner. If you had this one from Dogfish Head, this is their oak-aged vanilla worldwide stout. Awesome beer, guys. Very, very tasty. I want to see them put the ABV on it. If they would, I might even give it a 10. So, if you say it's a 10, I'm not going to argue with that, guys. So, I just want to see them put that on there. So, if you're buying it, you know what you're getting. So, if you have it, let me know. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.